So what is up, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, bringing you all with another NASCAR diecast review on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2010 AMP Energy Legend of Hallowdega Chevrolet Impala for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and, well, this pretty popular and pretty well-known team known as Hendrick Motorsports. You see right there, pretty generic box, so we got 24, 48, 5, and 88. If those are your bingo numbers, then congratulations, you probably are going to win yourself a lifetime supply of AMP. Hell, did it even make AMP anymore? But anyways, I probably don't want to get too amped up in this review, as cringy as that little side pun was. Let's go and start off the unboxing and the official diecast review of this very, and I mean very special, paint scheme driven by the one and only Dale Earnhardt Jr. And alrighty folks, we got this diecast out of its box, and are you guys just as amped up as I am? Anyways, I'm gonna go and smash my forehead into the nearest brick wall, but with that out of the way, man, I will have to say, I am really excited that I was actually able to find this car from a good buddy at Mead Motorsports. You guys know him. He is basically like the go-to diecast dealer to go to. Well, he's kind of like a diecast dealer on wheels, if I want to put it that way, but great place. They're notorious for a lot of great deals, and let's just say this might be one of the few times I've actually known the little surprises that you'll get from Mead Motorsports. Heck, I'm looking at that Bragazowski Penske car that I reviewed from 2010, like last year. So Dennis Mead always has something up his sleeve, and this one in particular is pretty darn unique. I mean, I think a lot of people might remember this car, but it's not really well known or really talked about as much, which is pretty odd because, you know, this is actually, believe it or not, as you can see, it's a film, so or a movie or short picture, whatever the hell you want to call it. At the end of the day, it's a movie, and it was sponsored by AMP, especially appropriately the AMP Energy Juice, which I don't know, was that like a over glorified OJ? But I do remember having the Dale Jr. orange car from 2008. The AMP Juice car, maybe they had made a 164 of that, but so we got the Legend of Hallowdega, and you guys are probably like, this ain't Halloween, what the hell are we talking about this? Well, if you guys don't know those last words, Hollow, now, I mean Dega. This car was ran at the 2010, I believe, AMP. I don't know if it was called the AMP or the AMP Juice 500. That sounds kind of weird. But Dale Jr. is pretty notorious for, let's just say, creating some memorable moments at Talladega. And, well, while he didn't win in this car, I will have to say it is a pretty unique color combination. By the way, shout out to Kmart as well. I didn't even realize that they sponsored the back end of this car. So how about that? That just shows you how old this thing is. Kids these days probably don't know what the hell a Kmart is. Sounds like a freaking off-brand, I don't know. Sounds like a freaking off-brand flea market. But see, we got the return of that bright day glow yellow. I mean, it's a little more on the yellow side, but knowing how my camera is, but it's definitely a lot more yellow than what it's showing here on the day glow side. But you got yourselves a nice little gradient. I mean, it's not really like the craziest and wackiest paint scheme that you're going to get on a Dale Jr. diecast, but it is pretty unique. And feel free to comment below if you guys have actually I don't know if you guys have actually seen this film. I mean, I don't really know too much about it, but I know Dale Jr., Buddy Baker, and I think even the good old DW, baby. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Yeah, you know I had to say that, being a true NASCAR fan. But I know those three made an appearance on this, well, not on the car. That'd be kind of ironic, since one of the assholes is driving it, Dale Jr., and I believe, what was it as well? I think there were two actors, I think, that I kind of know. I think Justin Kirk, I kind of know him from the show called Weeds. Yeah, just look it up on Google. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I'm not here to give you guys an encyclopedia of what the Legend of Hallowdega is. We're just here to talk about the diecast. Now that I think about it, I think there was another big name actor that was on this car. I think David Arnett or Arquette or something like that. I don't know. I don't know too much about celebrities, but thought I would just point that out there because people would be like, you don't know those two were in the movie? Hell, I just care about the diecast. But this is a really cool car if you can find it anywhere. I want to say it is starting to dry up and getting a little hard to find, but we do got some nice little graphics right here that kind of almost look like the reminiscent of a Chinese tattoo or something. Just, I don't know, almost looks like, I don't know, like something like that, which is pretty cool. I do like that. I guess you could say it's quite spooky, but we got the National Guard Quaker State. Can't really see Quaker State anymore on Hendrick Motorsports diecast, since, you know, Valvoline is now their oil. But yeah, it is a unique car, and we do got some weird decal wrapping right here, but this was not made by Lionel Racing, I believe. Well, actually it was, so how about that? So oh man, look at me. I was about to say, oh, Motorsports Authentics, but yeah, Lionel made this car when they got that acquisition in 2010. And yeah, it's not really much to say about that. Whoa, that is a lot of black. Is that a wow, that is a lot of black on this side, but not on the other side. So maybe there could be some slight quality issues, but hey, for COT, it still is better than nothing. But now I think it's probably appropriate for me to show you guys another amp car that kind of has a similar color scheme. I'm looking at the sugar-free Lightning car, which, by the way, if you guys have not checked out this review on this car, probably recommend you checking out. I mean, it is much more of a lower quality review, but in terms of like the video and mic quality, but still recommend you guys checking that out. Unless you guys want me to like redo reviews, but I think that will kind of defeat the whole magic of those diecast reviews. But I know you guys like when I do these side-by-side comparisons. Some people, I kind of, I think I saw probably somewhere on my TikTok, some people were like, oh, you're gonna chip the cars. No, I mean, I'm pretty careful with my cars. That's all I'm gonna say. But decided to be a little of like a smart nugget in this review, just to point that out. But it's a very unique car. I want to say, some people probably must have got bored of like the regular amp cars, but you know, we've had some really unique ones like this one right here, which I probably still say is my favorite. Shout out to Osebri's Collectibles for actually having this in stock. That was pretty cool. But I was pretty, you know, I was a Dale Jr. fan, all right, in the early years. I mean, 2010, I came back and watched NASCAR. Wasn't really a fan of Jr. after then. I became an Edwards fan, but I remember this car and I was like, that looks pretty badass. I want to get a diecast of it. So my dream has been fulfilled, y'all. By the way, also another thing to point out, there's no sponsor on the front wing because, well, not front wing, rear wing. The rings go in the rear. Anyways, I probably am going to now need to slam an amp after this review, so I actually say I'm not as amped up as I was before, but feel free to comment below if you guys have anything else to share about this diecast, as this is going to wrap up this legendary diecast review. Oh god, cry me a river, Brian. On Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2010 Legend of Hallowdega Chevrolet Impala for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and good old Mr. H, Rick Hendrick Motorsports. Count my subscribe. This has been OBB, the diecast news guy, and I'm going to go and get me an amp, y'all.